Sometimes the word library can conjure up an image of grand staircases and marble edifices around Northeast Ohio, but you know, it's about technology these days in libraries. Of course, the other thing that's going to come to mind are just stacks and stacks of books. But more and more these days, you're going to see things like QR codes giving you access to old glass photographs that have been digitalized. And of course, libraries are also the places where a lot of artifacts get collected and research is done. I'm going to talk to a couple people who are actually involved in research that's being done in the digital age. So we're talking about, you know, how technology, both of you are heavily involved in technology here at the library, and how it's really changing the way that even things like research are done or computers are done. Tell me what's going on here.
Well, this is going to be Tech Central, which should open in May. And we're going to bring all of our public access PCs down here. There'll be 123 seats for people. There'll be Windows machines, there'll be Macintosh, there'll be Linux, there'll be iPads, there'll be tablets, there'll be all kinds of things for people to check out and use to access the internet, to access their personal files online, to really do any kind of research or activity that they're interested in.
So the library's become all these things to all these people. Is there anything that can be not discovered online now?
Oh yeah, there's still lots of things in print that have never been migrated to an online state. There are lots of books in the library, and they can check something out here, say a laptop, take it up to another area, use it wirelessly with their other research. So this will really give a lot of flexibility and a lot more access for people than we've had in the past.
You know, on Neotropolis, our true north is kind of how technology impacts us and affects the way we live and work. Is that what's happening here?
Yes. Definitely. You know, there have been people that have come to the library and gotten training in, say, Microsoft Word or Excel, and actually ended up getting jobs as a result of it. There are people that are using our equipment for their startup, to start up a small business. There's a big economic impact. And of course, there's also the ability for people that just don't have the resources at home to engage in social media, for instance. They hear about it, but when they come here, they're able to really operate on par with other people in our society.
Talk to me about the effect on the community. I mean, they have this resource now that they can come and access. Is that necessary? Is that a part of what they need?
Well, you know, that's been happening for, I would say, the last 20 years. And we connected to the internet in 1990 and started offering services that way. People have really migrated from coming into the library and browsing to using the online catalog at their convenience, any time of the day or night, to place holds on materials and then come to the library to pick them up. So they can renew their materials, and soon they'll be able to pay their fines and fees online.
Oh, I have some fines. Don't tell anyone.
Well, that's okay. I could fix that for you.
Tell me, is anything lost by this notion that a library is more than just the kind of print and tactile stuff?
No, I don't think so at all. I think, you know, just the last couple of days, Encyclopedia Britannica announced that they've printed their last edition and that it's only going to be available in digital form from now on.
What I have right here is a D-bound Atlas, Volume 1, of Cleveland, Ohio. This machine is responsible for over 3,600 images that are on our Cleveland Public Library digital collection.
So people really 24/7 can connect with a librarian and get answers. And when they connect with a librarian here, the answer might be that they're sent a digital file that's like a photocopy. So it brings everything together in one place. Not everything that's in print or has ever been in print is online. Not everything online is in print. How do you function these days without both?
So now we're going to turn to Amy Pulowski. She's part of the web application for this whole big system here at CleveNet. Amy, what is it you do exactly?
Well, I manage the Cleveland Public Library's website, as well as any CleveNet website that we have online. I also take care of our ebook and e-media collection. We call it the CleveNet e-media collection here at the library. At Cleveland Public Library, we were lucky. We were the first library to go live with popular ebook materials back in 2003. We started with 1,000 PDF ebooks, and now we're at over 56,000 items in our catalog.
So tell me, Amy, what is the impact of this kind of technology? What's your message to people who would use the library?
Part of the reason reason the library wanted to do such a program back in 2003 was try to reach out to patrons that didn't have time to make it to the library because, they're working or have other responsibilities. So it kind of opened access to the library and gave them an opportunity to get to library materials after hours. And people seem to really be enjoying that right now. I am definitely an ebook reader, an avid ebook reader. I have a 20-month-old, so it's a lot easier to read something on a device as opposed to turning pages right now.
So I hadn't thought about that. With an ebook, if you're touching the screen or swiping, you don't have to worry about, if you're holding your baby, you don't have to worry about turning the pages.
Sure, it does. Not everybody prefers to read like that, which is fine. I still do read normal books once in a while.
Now it's normal books, huh?
Normal books, right? Print titles, so yeah.
And finally, Amy, if you would give a message to people who are trying to connect with their library, connect with the technology of their library, what would you say?
Well, I think people are kind of underestimating what libraries have to offer for them as far as what's available to them on the web. Research databases, which I think are really important. A lot of people use those for schoolwork or even for business. Small businesses are using some of our resources as well. So they're there for them to use whenever they wish.
How technology affects us and impacts our day-to-day life. Talk to me about how
3 days, 60 miles.